Does anybody know what composting is? Usually it's Mother Nature's way of recycling the things that we lose, like the flowers that are coming off the tree. Yesterday they kept covering everything that I had here. If you go to a forest or if you walk around here at Clark, you're going to see compost. Now, I started with putting dirt down and some leaves and some grass clippings. And I have leaves. Doesn't matter what kind. We don't have any trees growing on Long Island that can't be composted. Right? And I like twigs because when you build up your compost pile, this creates air and it's circulation, and that's what you need to help everything to decay. Coffee, yes. You got the best advantage. You're standing in front of it. That's coffee from inside from this morning. Coffee filter is here. It's biodegradable, so the paper filter is fine. And then, of course, I have tea bags, but not the tag. And I'll tell you why in just a minute. But there are some things you don't want to put in. You don't want to put meat, cheese, fish, bones, any kind of fat. You don't want to you don't want your pile to be dirty. Now, that sounds funny. You want your pile to be clean. You don't want to invite all the guests that like to visit your backyard. And what do I mean by guests?
Raccoons.
Can't hear.
Bugs and insects.
Well, bugs and insects sometimes are very good. They're good inside the pile because they crawl through and they create air tunnels. Raccoons, squirrels, mice, rats if they're around, possums, your cat or your neighbor's cat. You don't want them in there because you want that to be clean. No leftovers from the animals. Compost piles can get up to 120 degrees. And some of the great big ones, even 200 degrees they've been measured at. So you don't want them to think there's free food there because you want to be able to have clean compost to use as fertilizer. This is compost from this year. I dug it out of the bottom of the compost pile yesterday morning. So that's what you get from all of this after a year. Now the one thing you do want in the compost pile, as I said, some bugs are good. Definitely want worms. Worms are the compost pile's best friend. They make better soil because they aerate the soil. They make little channels or passages, and the worms, when they go through, they leave a kind of a trail that looks like a dust. Sometimes it's so small you can't really see it. It gets rid of the other animals. It repels them. You can't smell it, I can't smell it, but between aerating and leaving this chemical, it's a chemical that's a natural chemical to the worms, it starts to repel some of the other animals.